Hello everybody, my name is Pyrac, and in today's video I'm going to go over my favorite fights to do with the charge blade and show you all how they all go, specifically with the saed charge blade. These are also going to be in no particular order. Well, this one we're starting with Nagakuga. He's usually a pretty fun time to deal with. He's got very good elemental hit zones on the front of his body, which is obviously where you're going to be aiming a lot of the time because you're going to be in front of him to get those counters. And that is where heavy majority of your damage will come from, is from counter-morphing things or counter-peak performancing things to get your vials back, like that, and then lob it towards the front of his body. You should be golden. Nope. No second one, that's okay. Usually does that twice, but that's fine. You might do it twice here. What did I say? That's alright. Should have gotten a lot closer. We probably would have had enough time for that. But that's okay, we'll get our vials. He should hop out of it once he finishes his combo, which is right there. We aim left and keep going left. We should be able to hit some of it. Also, when you get part breaks, you should be able to knock him down with it, which is very nice. Get to go aim at that wing once again. You want to go for roughly his wing and like front arms, the cut wings there. That's fine. Aim it that way. I should have done a countermorph or counter peak performance, so we got our vials back, but that's okay. We got our damage check. Absolutely blast them with charge blade, of course. Doesn't take all that much to get it. Try and get it into those cut wings as best you can, because they are a very, very crispy hit zone for elemental. Nice and simple. Decent trade. Definitely happy with that. Get that back. Some more vials. Should be too tired to do it much at all. So we're fine to charge this up and then chase him down. Just gotta keep an eye out for the raw if you can, because it's a good bit of extra damage from getting that countermorph. And it's safe, of course. It's usually pretty safe with charge blade to counter raws. He missed, unfortunately, but that's okay. He does this once. Countermorph it to get a damage boost. Into that arm we go. Maybe knock him down. We broke his face. You want a raw yet? Bite? No bite. There's the raw though. Try break that arm, because he should move off this. Yeah, he moved. It's alright. Get some vials while he's not looking at me. Lovely. Send it. Decent trade. Oh, we didn't even have to trade. Beautiful. Charge the shield. Should jump off it. He did not. And he missed. That's okay. Yep, let him finish his combo. Aim to the side so you can hit his arm and body with it. There's the other arm break. One swing into charge slash. And then we go over here, send it towards the front. Lovely stuff. Knock down from damage. Smack his face. We might get the damage check off this as well. Yep, there it is. Because we've been doing quite a bit to him. Just keep aiming it back into him. And another one. Yeah, this lad's fun because you kind of chain the SAEDs, which is generally what you want with SAD. So you can just keep blasting. Kind of like a training dummy, because of how often he can fall over. But it's very, very crispy. Where you going, lad? Oh, I figured. The RNG of exhausting. Should just send it every time, but usually expect my luck to not be that good. That's okay. Should get back into in-range soon. Probably right here. Yeah, I figured. Should have time to counter it though. If we land it, we get some free damage. We're at roughly the best distance for it, because it stops him from hopping away since he needs to do some kind of attack to reach you. So if you can stay in that range, you'll usually get something other than him dodging. Ah, he missed. So close too. It was right next to me. Very unfortunate. My dog's... Help. There we go. Easy guard point. Probably going to miss again because he's missed me every time I want it to actually hit me. That's alright though. And finishing up. Go to the side. Again, just so you can hit him with it. Should be over here very, very soon. Maybe send it immediately. So I have a little bit more time before he can hop. Yeah, there we go. And we got another knockdown from that too. But yeah, you can see it's not too bad. I played very poorly there, but it was fun to do. Next up, of course, is the Risen Chameleos. He's generally one of the best fights in the game as it is. So of course he had to be on this list. He's very, very good with the charge blade because he's got a lot of mix-ups as well as some things that you want to countermorph or counter peek instead of countermorphing. You'll just notice them as you fight him, which is very fun. And when he gets into the Risen state, he changes his moveset enough for you to actually have to change kind of how you play. He's also a lot more block heavy because with this combo, for example, you generally are better off blocking and then doing a countermorph off the last hit rather than one of the first ones because it'll knock you back too far if you don't. That's unfortunate that he chose that, but we got a good stagger. That's another good part of him. He gets staggered a lot, quite often, so if you get a stagger, you'll be safe most options, which is very, very nice. See another stagger. It does happen quite often. Over the head and in front again. Blast him again. Ooh, just reached his hands. Obviously, his hit zones aren't the greatest, but they are still viable to do. Had to countermorph that because I was on the wrong angle. He's sweeping. We got the stagger again. Just max pot. Get the weapon out. Ah, I was too slow. I knew he was behind me. He always goes behind you when he goes invisible. Assuming it's actually at you, he'll go behind you. Nope. And nope. Should only do this twice because he's not in Risen. When he's in Risen, he backs up and does a trail in front of him as well. Ah, I should have rolled to the side. Sweep. Possibly reach him. Nah, he lifted his face. Double sweep. Interesting. But yeah, he's got a lot of mix-ups when he gets into Risen too. So you have to be wary of that. Over the top and in front. Nice and simple. Also, highly, highly recommend, what's it called? Flame Seal level 3. Or Teostra Blessing level 3. Because it'll give you immunity to the toxin. So you don't have to deal with trying to heal that. Or like randomly get carded from taking too much damage from the poison itself. Nice and simple. He taunts after that, so you usually get some time. He'll go behind me, of course. 1 and 2. Should be in Risen here, because we've done a decent chunk of damage to him. Or the knockdown. We'll take the knockdown as well. But, charge the shield. Because we are about to run out. One more swing should be enough. Get ready to counter the Risen state. Yep, I figured as much. I guess I have to be a lot closer for that. Interesting. Definitely thought I was close enough, but that's alright. That's fine, he's doing his run. Might tail slam off it. So just be ready to guard point. He's doing the one above again, which is unfortunate. He'll do the third hit this time, so you need to chase him down a little bit. I use Morphing Advance for it. And slam him. That was a very unfortunate stagger. If we go right in front of him, just outside the range, we should be able to land it. Beautiful. The sweep into slam. Okay, we staggered him. He would have done a body slam off that if we didn't stagger. That into sweep. Guard point it for some more damage. You want to do guard points rather than countermorph every time. And the reason behind that... Oh, that's unfortunate that he chose the sweep. Oh, we got it just in time. Interesting. I lost my train of thought there. You want to guard point instead of countermorph every time if you've actually got the vials to send damage, because you get a boost from countermorphing things rather than counter peak performance. Yeah, he really doesn't have much range on that. Because a lot of the Risens have a disgusting amount of range on their, like, glow up. 1, 2, 3. Guard point the last one for the boost. Beautiful. Good stagger as well. Should go behind me. Roughly. That and in front. Nice and simple. You just gotta watch his head. You'll know which one he's doing. If we got a stagger, we would have been safe. That's fine. Charge the sword and send it. Because he usually takes a bit off that downward blast. Should be behind me. 1, 2, 3. Counter peek because I didn't have any vials. Nice, we broke the face, which means we're getting close to death, which is good. Not the best pacing on this, at least for me. I've not been doing that great of a job, but it's not bad. Get outside the orb again. If we're right in front of him, we should be able to counter it. Get my shield charge so we can SAD more. We missed our final swing, which is not ideal, but we can just hit him once and get it back. Try aim towards the face, because it's your best elemental spot to go for. Into some more vials. The trail down in front. That's a bad stagger again, unfortunate. Obviously the stagger can work against you, but generally it's been pretty good, as you would have noticed. Nice and easy. On the face, there should be about 1 or 2 more SADs to go, and then you should be down. So 1 more after this. Of course that time it reached me, right? Typical Monster Hunter. What's he doing? This into slam. Oh, he didn't slam. He can do orbs from the sky. He only does 1 because it's off a combo. And that should be it. Yeah. As you see, he's pretty fun. It just takes some getting used to how he changes with the Risen state. Alright, the next 3 monsters all actually have something in common, and that is that they have attacks that can be reverse countermorphed. And by that, I mean you can actually face the opposite direction and countermorph off some of their attacks. Makes them pretty fun to deal with, and the reason you'd want to reverse countermorph on them is because it actually lets you land the vials on the monster, which obviously is a pretty hefty boost in damage if you can land the vials themselves. That's very nice to do. Didn't really want to back crawl there, but it worked. Now this lad, his whole underbelly is his weak point, so it becomes really, really crispy with SAD, as it's going to go across the floor, of course. Is he tunneling? No, he's coming back. Yep, we can reverse countermorph that, so we actually hit him. And bam. No stagger, unfortunately, but we can still counter peek off this as well. 1 and 2. If you just walk away a tiny bit, he usually tracks you pretty well there. So you can get some free damage. He does this into a head slam usually. But I still had enough of an opening. We broke his horn, which means we get this stagger animation. Obviously he's got 2 horns to break as well, so you can get that twice. Another countermorph. Into some more damage. Juicy stuff. No stagger that time. Just to be expected. We did stagger him earlier on, so we'll deal with it. Chase him down a little bit. That was the head drag, so we can SAD off it. Even if we get a knockdown, especially. Because it's good free damage there. Probably should have sent it immediately just so I had a little bit more time, but it'll work. Still something I need to get used to. If like we land a SAD and then build up more vials, I usually have to send the SAD immediately. As you would have saw with the Nagikuga, sometimes the monsters can move out of the way before you can land your second one. Off a knockdown, so it's nice to do. We broke the other horn, so we get another stagger animation. Nice and simple, he does this twice. So if we walk to the side a little bit, we should be able to get it. And we got tired. I should also be sending things off exhaust a lot more. I just expect them to attack relentlessly, because that's about my luck when things are exhausted. They still attack frequently, but not frequently enough to actually read it, which is kind of annoying. Block it, just in case, because the tail can hit you on the way back too. Just back up a bit. Hopefully he goes away, which he did. Should be about here. Nice and simple. Get another one. His face pushed me to the left, sadly, which is just on me. Should have just aimed directly in front instead. Let's charge the shield. Hopefully he head slams, which he did. Reverse counter peek, so we get our vials back and land more damage. And we got another knockdown, good timing. Not going to advance morph away this time, as I mentioned earlier. I need to get used to just sitting here and going for the second one instead of counter advancing away for better potential positioning, because a lot of the times it'll just miss. Aim forward, because he recoils back this way. Ah, unlucky. He can head slam off tail sweep because he's enraged. Aim to the right. Beautiful stuff. Can't really hit his underbelly when he's like this, so you usually go for the wing, but we'll take it. Into another one. Again, I definitely wouldn't have had time there if I'm morphing advanced away. So that's what I was talking about earlier. That might hit me, but we've got Intrepid. There's the exhaust again. It's just random whether you actually get exhaust or not. It's basically an action they can choose, is to be exhausted. It's kind of frustrating, but you just learn to deal with it. Into another one. That wasn't too bad. As you can see, it's good if you utilize the reverse counter peek. It's good fun. Next up is, of course, the Magma Almudron. Couldn't make a list without this lad. He's got some of the best moves to counter in the game, and he's got a lot of telegraph to a lot of it too. So if you're learning, he's a very, very good time. There's also some sneaky things in here that you can reverse countermorph or reverse counter peek, which make him really fun, same as the previous one. So be on the lookout for those. With this lad, it's actually his double punch into triple punch. Obviously he'll do like 2 attacks and then he'll do the third. You can countermorph the third one backwards into a AED, not SAD, but you can land an AED off it, which is very crispy. Also, when he enrages, you also get 2 free SADs, which is very, very crispy, as I missed both of them. But he's generally... How did my dog take that? What? The dog was behind me, but okay. That's very interesting. Should go that way. Hopefully we don't miss this one. Been quite embarrassing that we honestly missed all the good openings that he has, or like the guaranteed openings essentially. But we'll make it up as best I can. The recording curse, as usual. There we go. Into some damage. Bang, bang, bang. Beautiful. Into one of these. Get some charge back. He's going to sweep. I thought I had a wire bug, but I guess I haven't really kept track of me getting hit this much, because it usually doesn't happen. Of course, the damage check off of a random one interaction. Typical for me, once again. That's alright. May as well send it in case we get an exhaust, which we didn't. That's fine. We've been having real bad luck with this Magmadron, actually. Like, some really, really bad luck. Sweep it. Get an SAD off that. He rarely ever does that attack, so I was doubting whether I could land that or not. But definitely can. He usually does a slide off that, so I was waiting to get away from it. That's fine. Bang, bang, bang. You can go for the tail, of course. It is generally pretty recommended. Again, he usually does a follow-up off that. Oh, these are really bad staggers. Does this into slide. We missed him, unfortunately, so we didn't land a whole lot off it. But we'll take it. Enrage, maybe? We should have sent off that. I expected Enrage. Which he hasn't done yet, unfortunately. He should do it here. If we get some vials quickly, we can countermorph. There it is. He also spins off this, as I said earlier. Every Enrage he'll spin off. You can get another one, nice and easy. We didn't mess it up that time too, which is beautiful. Hopefully he gives me the attack I can actually reverse countermorph, because there is definitely one you can do, but you just got to go for an AED rather than an SAED, otherwise most of it will miss. Beautiful stagger. He's doing the big spinny again. Counter into one of them. Again, counter peeking that so we get our vials back because we didn't have any. He sweeped. We can charge the shield. We're also really safe off that. So just get the rest as well. Couldn't really tell what he was doing there. That into tail slam. Nice. The lava pool didn't hit me as well. Just RNG. Sometimes if you're too far away, it'll hit you. Not the greatest of attack, but it'll be fine. Some vials off him. And then he tail slams after a little bit. Right there. Should be fine to do it. But right on the noggin again. He gets up. We got the damage check. If we can go for the tail here, it'll be good. We can actually morphing advance away this time too, because we didn't have to send a SAD earlier. There's the blue. So it's still relatively decent time, but definitely had some bad staggers and whatnot to start it. Oh, here we go. Except he's only going to do it twice. So we only get that. But that's the one you can generally aim at his face and get the reverse countermorph. But since he's obviously out of in-range, he didn't do it 3 times to set up the positioning very well. We bounce because we're green. Sharpness generally doesn't matter on Charge Blade either, because you're usually sending SAEDs. It's not that big of a deal. That and it doesn't scale the vials off sharpness. Would be very broken if it did, but it definitely does not. This should be the end too. Yeah, that's the end. Almost sub 5, even though we had some very, very bad luck at the start. Alright, and of course I have to end my list off with Rathian. She's just easily one of the best monsters to go fight and learn. She's got a few things that can mix you up as well as some dangerous things with the tail sweeps and whatnot, doing some really, really high damage. But she's usually a pretty good time to deal with. And you kind of just have to go gun-ho on her quite often with Charge Blade, because a lot of her openings aren't actually safe to land SAEDs off, because she can choose to either instant run or single bite, which are both very annoying. Also, the Roar isn't safe. Yeah, it's like, it's just not safe. Counter this. Nice and simple. She did a flying attack into it, so I knew she wasn't going to swing again. Side hop. Okay, unfortunate AI. But we can reverse countermorph it, and again, just hope that you get kind of lucky with it, which I kind of did, honestly. Oh, that's unfortunate. Should still work, though, if we can turn far enough. We got some damage out of it. I don't know why she's chosen this 3 times. That's, this game's AI in a nutshell. She should sweep off it. Try to back up a tiny bit, just so it doesn't send it into the wall, because it'll despawn the vials. Another trample into tail sweep. Another one, lovely. Hopefully she stops with the tail sweeping, because we're going to run out of vials eventually, or like wire bugs eventually. That'll work. Maybe. Tried to set up the Hellfire for a double knockdown. Didn't quite work, that's alright. If I delayed it a little bit more, yeah, we could have had a double knockdown, but that's fine. Send it to the left, because her face will be over there, as well as the wing. If we can clip the wing, we'll be good to go as well. We got exhaust. Hopefully she doesn't single run or trample. Okay, beautiful. I'll send it to the left. Probably should have just sent it straight. Yeah, we got a stagger. Just gotta expect it sometimes. Just go forward. Another stagger, again, just send it. Gun-ho, get that damage in case she tired. In case she exhausts like this. Again, she's still tired, so no gas. Probably enrage off this. Or random tail sweep. She should enrage off it though, so just be careful. Don't commit to anything. Yep, there it is. Get another one. She throws fireball. We got a good stagger. Another fireball. You do get time off that if you counter peak performance, so keep that in mind. It's just one of those options that's not safe. Once again, just a lot of her stuff isn't safe in general. This into Fade Slash. Okay, we got a knockdown. I was going to countermorph off the second one, but that'll work. Not quite as much damage as I could have gotten. Like, the knockdown actually ruined it, but that's fine. Triple fireball. Dog didn't eat it. Let's go. That's the risk of bringing the dogs. They can take your fireballs and whatnot. It's not great. She didn't go for me, sadly. But we got another trip of some sort, or an exhaust in the air or something. And there we go. Very nice. Another sub 4. That was almost my record too, even though it didn't feel that clean. Well, everybody, those were my top 5 fights to do the charge blade with. Some of them really good for learning, some of them take a bit of learning, but they're all really fun to do. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.